and just as I guess full disclosure to you guys is that I knew it went to Game 5, but I have actually no idea who wins this game. So it'll be a surprise to me and to all of you as well.
Deary me, though, Central Protocol. I can't believe that Kelazhur wouldn't have vetoed this. He might have vetoed Arena instead, something like
Possibly. Arena's pretty strong for PvT, but anyway, without further ado, at the top left, we have got Root Gaming's Kelazhur.
That's such a sexy little Root Gaming logo. And it translates
nice.
so well into the
I think
little decal.
Katz, El Capitan himself actually made that. He's a bit of an artist.
And in the bottom right, hailing from Team Evil Geniuses, it's HuK.
Yeah, guys, don't worry about the scoreboard. It is actually game number 5, so
I'm fixing that up.
Yeah. Death is going to be our observer and streamer for the day. We have normally a dedicated observer, Insano, but I guess he's busy today. And Death did such a great job on Saturday. He's already...
Oh.
It's a no-brainer to get him back in here for Dave. Trust me, you want Death to be here. You don't want Zeph and myself uploading this stream. You don't want something as glorious as OSC's finals being put on Potato Net.
Australian quality. Really interesting, actually, that HuK's going for Nexus first on Central Protocol. Because there's some pretty awkward spawns. Like, if you do Nexus first and you're close by ground and there's Reapers, even a Reaper on the ramp there, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. But HuK is getting a little bit of a nice opening because Kelazhur is just going to open up with a Marine to try and deter any sort of scouting probes and likely establish his factory, which he's gone for now, off the gas first and getting his command center up a little bit later on.
That's right. Reactor going down there immediately after making that Marine, securing the ramp here, and just trying to catch that probe. And it looks like he will. That probe is DED.
It does get a little bit of information though. He sees the reactors going down a little bit later than it should have been. So I think that's going to tip HuK off a little bit. Get the alarm bells ringing that there's going to be an early factory. We'll see what he wants to do in response. But he's just now getting that cybernetics core, getting the 2 gateways, very standard. This is exactly how you want to be playing Nexus first to be safe against anything that can be thrown at you in the first 3 or 4 minutes in the game.
It's his exact build from Ruins of Ceres. From Ruins of Ceres.
If it ain't broke.
Exactly. I love that saying. So true. Covers so many different scenarios as well. Kelazhur now finally getting in here for a scout with his SCV, sees what HuK's up to. And again, HuK dropping both the Nexus's chrono boosts on those gateways for those really, really quick adepts.
Really cool.
While that count's going down, and he did scout it.
Yeah, he does scout it. And it's really cool that Kelazhur is going for a mine drop here. He actually gets a tech lab on the factory. He could have used that for Cyclones if HuK was adding on early tech of his own. But because he's seen the Nexus first, it's going to be a long time before HuK's actually going to have any detection. And especially going for the Twilight Council, HuK effectively needs to get cannons out or something to get detection for that mine, and he'll immediately go for that Medivac as well. He could even later on in the game transfer it onto the tech lab, get a Raven if there was DTs, or get Cloak Banshees if HuK delays his detection even further. He's got quite a few options.
Shout out to Heart of the Swarm for this build order.
Oh yeah.
Loading up the Medivac with mines and Marines.
There's the Forge.
Just Marines, actually.
So that's what I'm talking about. So HuK needs something to be able to get detection, so he adds on the Forge and gets a cannon in his mineral line. But the Medivac is out, it's got the mine in it, so any cannons will be a little bit late. Kelazhur just not quite on top of getting that boost off. He wants to get across the map as quickly as possible, but even flying across with boost is going to take him a little bit of time.
Yeah, I don't think a cannon will be down in time though, for the mine at least. So
he'll need to pull likely. He'll pull one of his mineral lines and then establish a cannon as well.
There's that cannon going down now, but it does take a while to build. And the Medivac is already here. Here it comes. Straight into the natural. The mine could be dropped first, and there it is.
Great reactions there from HuK, pulling his probes away. He'll probably just sacrifice one of those probes so he can engage. And he does need to establish that cannon.
He's getting it down, warping in a couple Stalkers here, which do warp in very, very quickly as they are close to the Nexus.
Almost.
And Kelazhur is forced to pull that drop back.
Great pick up there from Kelazhur to get that pylon, because there's no warp prism, there's no forward warp ins from HuK here. HuK has to do slow warp ins back at home with Blink Stalkers and spend a long walk of shame time going across the map.
Kelazhur's actually sending his tanks and his marines out through the middle of the map here. It looks like he wants to pressure the natural.
He might be able to do so as well. He delayed a lot of mining time there from HuK, so HuK is missing quite a number of units in his army, and his production was slowed down as well. He's got a bunch of marines, 3 tanks, he's got the liberators, he can pick up one of the tanks in that medivac, so he's got that siege mode activated already.
Oh, one stalker nearly dying there, the adept trying to shade away.
Very, very close. So Kelazhur's got that tank medivac, he's got the liberator out. Just be careful.
Yeah, he doesn't want to lose that medevac. Losing that medevac's going to make things very, very tough for him and a lot easier for HuK. Starting to siege out the push now. Freedom Zone dropped on the ramp by the Liberator.
And there is a Dark Shrine in production as well, so there is a bit of a time limit on Kelazhur's push. If he doesn't win the game in the next couple of minutes, the Dark Templars will come out, and he's only got 2 command centers. He's got 1 in production, but that's going to be a long time before that's in orbital, and there's not going to be too much detection for Kelazhur either.
That's right. The siege tank's still pressuring here, and he doesn't need the leapfrog is sped up very, very heavily here by the fact that he can medevac can drop it. Sorry, my brain is not firing on all cylinders here, but Kelazhur's is. He's doing a great job on the natural here. But like you said, the Dark Shrine, even though it takes a long time to be built, it is about to finish here, and that is going to be instrumental for HuK's defense. The second CC isn't done for Kelazhur. He has plenty of energy on the main command center, though. He has a couple scans he can burn there.
I would have loved to seen Kelazhur bring an SCV with this and build a couple of turrets, because he knows that there's Blink, he knows that there's Moonlight Council take out, so a Dark Shrine would be a natural evolution of, this style of play.
Oh, big blink from behind here, and HuK's actually killing the Liberator, and he got a siege tank as well.
It was actually a pretty good fight, though, for Kelazhur. He did kill a lot more than HuK was able to kill in return, but HuK does have fast warp-ins. He will be able to keep warping in a Dark Templar as soon as the scan is dissipated every single time, but the Nexus is under threat. Is the Nexus going to go down?
HuK is forced to stay his hand here. He can't send in with the Stalkers. The Nexus is going to die.
It falls!
Oh my god, and another scan from Kelazhur. The DT goes down. The DTs haven't done anything yet.
Oh my god. HuK is in a world of hurt right now. The only thing he's got going for himself are the Dark Templars. There's one railing on the natural of Kelazhur, but Kelazhur will be able to lift that up later on. How many scans does he have? He actually has another scan ready to go. He's got 5 or 6 tanks already here, and a lot of Marines as well. He's going to be able to get the Dark Shrine. If he gets the Dark Shrine, that is going to be GG. He's going to win this game.
HuK is under so much pressure here. He's looking real bad. The Dark Shrine is under siege. One more scan. He's going to get that last Dark Templar, and that is it. HuK is out of options. He's out of answers, and Kelazhur's going to take the series 3-2.
He's actually done it, Maynard. This was incredible play, incredible micro and control by Kelazhur. HuK just taking a couple of poor fights, and GG is called. Kelazhur wins the series 3-2.
Oh, Brazilians unite. I can see some of you guys are in the chat. That is so sick. Kelazhur moves on through the losers bracket there, and unfortunately that does mean HuK is excused from the tournament, as that was a losers bracket game. If you had exclamation mark brackets or B in the chat all day long, you can link the bracket for yourself and for your friends as well if you're tuning in. Speaking of your friends, if they're not in here watching them, they are not StarCraft fans, get them in here. Be a cool kid like yourself. Tune in for the OSC day number 3, final day. And that was it for the replays. From here on, all the games are going to be live, and I do believe our next game is going to be Azure the Terran Hope against King Kong, the Zerg monster from our own home region here. So
it's going to be a pretty sick series. Hopefully Azure puts up a fight, because King Kong is an absolute beast. He is such a demon.
He's looking so scary.
So sick. He can take a year off and come back, and after a month of practice, he can be right back up there. He's like top 50, maybe top 75 Korean GM level already with Zerg. So I recommend that you guys stay around. We're going to have that game up as soon as we can. I don't think there's going to be much of a turnaround here. We shouldn't have too much downtime. We're going to get right back into this series, but we'll set that up for you. Don't go anywhere.
King Kong are doing their vetoes now, so seriously, it's going to be like a few minutes. Do not go away,
2 minutes. Go and have a slash, get a water, get a coffee. That's what I'm going to do. But we'll be back with you very soon with some more StarCraft action.